Resident Evil, this series is just never ceases to amaze me, even with some of the crap they did come out over like, for a long time and shit, over the years. It's a phenomenal franchise for a good reason. And I really do want to talk about, and I know from the title of this alone, y'all probably like, dude, you're ripping off Democracy. You're ripping off that one other dude, too, that's also kind of ripping off a Democracy in the well, but yeah, you're ripping off those motherfuckers. Okay, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I just like the type of content that those two come out with. And I'm not gonna be ranking these bosses because of their difficulty or anything like that, because that's what mostly Democracy is mostly known for. I'm mostly going with I've always liked ranking bosses in games, but mostly like which ones I really liked, which ones I really liked the least, where we're in the middle of the pack. Because bosses in video games, yeah, ever since I was watching Democracy, it kind of reminded me how much bosses in games are kind of a good, important thing, but not in every case. Like not every game needs to have a boss fight, especially with how diverse games are nowadays. Like let's say like the games that are like maybe like Telltale games, Quantic Dream, or visual novels, or anything that's like more story directed shouldn't really have boss fights. Like even like let's say like look at Mass Effect or I think Dragon Age in a way. Like I know Dragon Age pretty much has boss fights, but if you go for stuff like Mass Effect, I feel like Mass Effect can do without bosses because they don't really need it. They don't. The reason why I'm looking at Resident Evil though first, because I really like bosses too as well, because I've been watching the hell out of the Democracy's videos. His videos, I love them, and he's just entertaining as hell. And I was thinking, why not just make my own videos on, like, let's say bosses, like let's say Resident Evil, and these are just coming from my own personal opinion about bosses and how I think of them. And I'm also looking up, hey Dan, hi. I'm looking at these bosses, judging from my personal perspective, and I did hear a comment from I do remember a comment made by Critical Nobody that the Resident Evil franchise doesn't really need bosses, and it's good as the way they are. They don't really need them. I disagree with that though, because I feel like that bosses in Resident Evil, or hell, survival horror games for that matter, should have bosses, because I mean, yeah, they are a huge thing on your resource, but that's the reason why you are keeping so much ammo. I guess you can use your better weapons on big ass creatures. The reason why you're really saving them and kind of using lesser firepower for bullets on these pretty big creatures here and there is because you need them for the bosses. And that's what I love about Resident Evil, the bosses, the BOW mega big ass freaking bosses. These are the reasons why I love Resident Evil. They have like a lot of cool ass designs, and are just the shit that they do in the fights always have some sort of threatening, just like scary as hell, just way of like showing like, yeah, these guys are gonna fucking kill you. And they do take a bit to take down. Like, I mean, not sometimes it's not that long, especially in the early Resident Evils, but they do take quite a bit more to take down, because these are these big ass behemoths that are taking so much more damage, and because of the atrocities that they are and just all that shit, So that's the reason why I do want to rank Resident Evil bosses like over the course of the games. But the other Resident Evil games do have other bosses you can fight, especially in Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 1, if you count some of these as bosses, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I really want to make this clear on what I want to do when it comes to bosses in video games in general, because I really do like Democracy, but I want to put out my own type videos out there. Because let's be real about this, when people started doing reactions, and reactions were becoming a huge fucking thing, everyone was like, oh my god, you're copying this, and you're copying this, and you're not that good. I'm telling you, it's the struggle's real when you're starting to like try to do the same type of content that you like and trying to do it yourself. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get to the bosses. I'm going to be going with the Resident Evil Remake, because there are a couple of other enemies are considered bosses, especially one prominent enemy that has occurred right in the middle to the very near the end of the game. Yep, y'all know who I'm talking about. We're gonna get it to her, and y'all know where she's probably gonna be placed. But anyway, let's just get along with the bosses at least once, and give y'all my reasons on why I feel like these are bad, why these are good, and why these are like in the middle of the pack and all that shit. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? This motherfucking shark. Oh, okay. This was kind of hard between number 7 and number 6. Y'all gonna know who number 6 is, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably gonna be wondering, like, hey, what? But that's just why I found out about, like, which is considered a boss or not, because I really looked this shit up. Neptune is considered a boss, but given the fact that you cannot even kill it when you first enter that fucking room, and if you play as Chris, there's a bit of a stake involved if you say Richard and Neptune pretty much killing Richard, and you're probably wondering, okay, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. But my God, you can't even tell me that this is a boss fight. This ain't even a fight. This is you trying to escape and use your wits to take the son of a bitch down. This is some Jaws shit. Like, but not in the most satisfying way. Like, you're not trying to, like, use your tactics, like, try to take it out or something like that. Like, you know, something like out of the first Jaws movie, at the end of it. You know, shit like that. You mostly just use your wits just trying to get away from the damn thing. You don't even really confront it. It's just... And you have to deal with a puzzle where it's trying to break in and shit. Go with that. Drain the water, then you go. Then by the time the son of a bitch wakes up, you finish it off by just electrocuting it. That's not a boss. That's not a boss. That's just you just going around it. You don't even need anything to take it down. That's the thing. It's just like the ancient wyvern from Dark Souls 3. That is not a boss. You're just going through it, going around, strafing around from these little mini dragon looking assholes, and just climbing up and then doing a plunging attack on the damn thing with a one-hit kill. Sure, one-hit KOing a fucking dragon is badass, but then again, the wyvern, it's not even a boss, like, for real. Here you don't freaking try to take it down, because if you try to confront it when you're on your way down to that fucking thing to, like, progress to kill the damn thing, you can't, like, you'll die instantly, like, if you get attacked by it all up on top. So what can you do? So yeah, I can definitely say this is one of the worst bosses in the series. I don't know if I should even consider it as a boss, but it is considered one, as it's a really big enemy at to deal with at a section of a game. So you might as well just count it as one. But it's just, damn. Again, okay. I know y'all probably wondering, dude, why is this son of a bitch here on the list? This isn't even a boss. Okay, so Prototype 1 is somewhat considered as a boss, given the fact that it deals more damage than the normal Crimson Heads. And the reason why I put it on top of the Neptune is because of the story significance, at least the backstory behind it. It was the very first one to turn into a Crimson Head. And when the Umbrella scientists found out, he ended up, they were so fascinated by that, they literally locked the damn thing in a casket to experiment more on it. Pretty much. Now, who is this first Cryptid Head? We don't know. But damn, that must have sucked. Literally, the first thing you wake up to is seeing this bastard just grab this thing out of your casket and you're just trying to walk off. I'd be hella pissed too. This dude just snatched right in to my casket and like, nah, bitch, I'm gonna wake up out to claw your fucking ass. Seriously, I'm being real with you. I don't know if I should really consider this as a boss, but it is considered as a boss because it has its own page and shit. It's called Prototype 1. It literally has its own page apart from the other Crimson Heads. So I might as well just count it as one. And like I said, it's above Neptune because at least this, because at least here, at least Prototype 1, like I said, has a backstory, and is considered the first Crimson Head, and it does a bit more, and it does deal with a bit more damage than the normal Crimson Head, so there's that. And you actually fight the damn thing, so, like, actually fire shit at it. Yeah, Black Tiger, which is literally a fucking big-ass spider, is above two bosses, which, like I said, I don't know if I should even consider these bosses. But if we're going to go with an actual boss fight that I would consider, Black Tiger will literally be at the bottom of the list. The reason why is because, well, Black Tiger doesn't really do much other than try to attack you as a normal. Like it's one of the, it's literally one of those spiders that you have fought in the game, but it's just much bigger and just, you know, like, it's pretty much like just a normal spider reskin, and like, you know, like 2 times taller, like 2 times bigger and shit. So, I mean, or like more like 3 times bigger, but that's pretty much it. Like, you just try to fight it and it's everything else, and okay, that's the thing. That's pretty much the average line of the boss in this game. The Black Tiger. It's fine. It's decent the way it is. I just feel like that it wasn't necessary to put in a big ass spider here. If I'm being real with you, I don't think this dude was even necessary to put in the game. It's to the point where in the Umbrella Chronicles, it's pretty much showing us just another big enemy. Not kidding. If you play the Umbrella Chronicles and you go to Mission 2, which is in the mansion, if you play as Chris or Jill, it's literally just another big ass enemy, and that's really it. Now this is where bosses tend. Now this is the point in the game where bosses tend to get a bit better and actually, you know, do a lot more things and are actually considered like big ass BOW-ish bosses. You're gonna be like, damn, like, look at this monstrosity. Plant 42 is literally a plant that's been experimented with and all this crap. Like, Plant 42 is literally, it's a plant that's been fucked around with, and the only way to unlock more of the doors of the mansion is to get the key where it's at. And the game even tells you, like, you can use this poison and all this shit to try to do it, you know, take care of it and everything. And there are a couple brief things, like playing as Rebecca, if you use the poison stuff to, you know, poison the damn thing. But either way, though, I feel like it is a somewhat of a decent boss, because again, it's the only way you can damage it is its core, and you have to get up on top of the thing. The thing is, it will grab your ass and throw you down, if I remember correctly. And it will start shooting a bunch of other fluids and shit that add the damage, and yeah, you're gonna have to dodge quite a bit here, though. So I feel like that's Plan 42 is definitely a step up above Black Tiger, definitely, because again, I feel like it's an actual boss and a literally a monstrosity that was created by Umbrella, literally. Okay, now this is where shit gets really fucking good. Okay, Yawn is literally, if the Anaconda from that motherfucking Anaconda movie with Ice Cube and shit, literally was just transported back like, thanks to Umbrella, and they decided, like, hey, let's try to experiment on this little bitch, like, see how this motherfucker works. So yeah, Yawn. It's definitely one of the better bosses, definitely, because by the time you try to get to the last master you need to progress, you know, to the game, through the game, you have to fight it for the first time. You encounter it the second time by the time you're trying to get to the underground lab, but you know, trying to get into the, you know, the catacomb part and trying to get to the lab. But the only way to get the other book is to fight his ass in the damn library. Now, it's not really a different boss. He doesn't have any different move sets or anything like that. That's why it's really right here on number 3 once you face it again. But Yawn is still a really good boss because again it is reoccurring, and because by the time he comes back, you're like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, this fucking snake's back. And what's also cool is that if you cure Richard when he is injured and you're playing as Jill with that, he actually comes back and actually helps her out in the first half of the fight. It goes down and Richard sacrifices himself for it, kind of giving you a bit more determination to kill this big ass snake. Some might call him Samuel L. Jackson because we're gonna be we gonna kill this motherfucker. All in all, I do think Yawn's a really good boss because again, it's big as hell and it can poison you. So you're gonna meet. So if it does poison you again in the second fight, you can't find a way to go back. But be sure you have health, some health items on you. You're gonna need it. Okay, you're really gonna need it, especially on your way back. Just trying to use the serum to cure it because, oh boy. Now look, if my #1 boss for this game wasn't didn't have like a lot of story significance, like okay, it wasn't that significant to the story, but if that boss didn't have like a lot of like well developed and interesting and tragic backstory, I feel like the Tyrant would have been #1 because I mean, if I had to say like which is the best boss in terms mechanically, the Tyrant is the best one because holy shit. By the time you get to the lab, Wesker reveals about why he, reveals about his plans and everything else, and the Tyrant just comes in and busts out the damn thing. You do fight once. He is pretty formidable, so you're like, oh my god, I have to break aggro and get going. And oh shit. It's a really cool, like, you're just like, oh my god, to fight this fucking thing? Like, yeah, like, dude, this dude, like, holy hell, this is gonna be tough, man. This fucking big ass dude with his messed up arm and all that crap, just you're like, oh my god. And by the time you finally down him and you're trying to get the hell out of there once the self-destruct things happen, he's literally the final boss of the game. And by the time his ass gets up to the helipad, this dude hauls ass to jam your ass with his fucking claw and whoever like depending on who you're playing as, your main partner of the game can die on this. Like literally, if you don't help him, that character will die, and you're gonna have to face this guy all by yourself. You have to do some more extra damage that the character would do in the fight. You just, oh man, and with how fast he runs and with the controls, with the camera angles, you're like, oh my god. Like, it is kind of easy to dodge him, but at the same time it's also not, because of how fast he is with the fixed camera angles. Just, oh my god, it is fucking exhilarating, and it's definitely deserving the final boss, because you can't kill the damn thing until Brad drops the damn rocket launcher and you shoot it and boom, blows his ass up. It is a really good boss for sure, but the thing is, the Tyrant doesn't really have that much of a significance, at least in some sort of backstory, like who the guy is. But really, you're kind of like, okay, because he's pretty much, the thing is, he was pretty much the final boss to really cap off the game, and if he was built up to be like that, given the fact that Wesker built him up in the exact same scene, that was just one hell of a final boss. And this dude is just terrifying as hell. And bruh, like, it's been like the very first time I saw this dude was in the Umbrella Chronicles, because Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles was one of my very first Resident Evil games. And when I saw this dude at the final level of the mansion incident chapter, bruh, I was like, oh my god, this dude is terrifying. And when I played the remake and he was running and shit, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, Tyrant, he's just an amazing boss, and this was his very first appearance in the series, because it's in Resident Evil 1. And his appearance impacted the series quite a bit, because not only inspired the next Tyrant that I'd seen in Resident Evil 2, now inspired the next one, which is specifically hunting down STARS members, Resident Evil 3 and, you know, with Nemesis, like I said, if it weren't for this number one boss, y'all be like, yo, oh my goodness. This is definitely worthy of the final boss, but it's just this last one kind of hit me in the feels when you learn more about her and with the abilities that she has and how hard she hits. Sure, her actual fight is not that thing, it's just the story behind her really got to me. And this isn't talking about the difficulty or how great the actual fights are, it's just the actual bosses, the characters themselves. And also including the fights if you got like enough time for them and all that shit. Lisa Trevor. She did not deserve that fucking fate. Look, Lisa Trevor, I know y'all probably wondering, dude, she is not that worthy of a boss. Like, why do you think she is your favorite boss in the whole game? Like I said, it is mostly because of her story behind it. It's so damn tragic. If you go through the whole game reading every single note, you'll more likely find the notes revolving around Lisa, especially with the notes you get pretty much near the end of the game when you're on your way back to go down to the underground stuff and you learn more about her father, the stuff that he found, and all this crap. Like, it's just, God, man, just Lisa, you got fucked up bad and you did not deserve that. Lisa was like, she was introduced a bit, you know, there in the game, a little bit later, and she was just, and you find her in these chains, you're looking at this fucking figure like, what the fuck is that? And she hits hard she hits hard when she hits you. Like, I think it takes a total of like 6, maybe 7 hits, maybe 5, I think, I don't know, to fully take your ass down. Yeah, she hits hard. And if you try to take her down, to try to, like, okay, maybe she'll drop some items like Mr. X or Nemesis did in Resident Evil 2 and 3. Nope. She's literally regenerating. She's not only that, but she's also regenerating, and she can get back up. And yeah, you can't kill it. Hell, you were literally given a warning from Barry, with Jill. I think Wesker, was it Chris? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, you're getting a warning that Monster in Chains, you can't kill the damn thing. Bullets won't work. And that's what they meant. Just, oh damn, that build up. The build up to her is amazing, and by the time you're second encounter with her, you're like, oh my god. Then by your third and final encounter, which is literally in the tomb of her mother and everything, you're like, oh my god. It's just, damn, son. Especially when you read about her backstory, it's, bruh, that final scene when you're taking her down, it's just wow. Now, you can knock Lisa off the damn thing when you're actually fighting her, but it's more easier to just drop the damn pillars and she'll grab her mother's skull and pretty much commit suicide. Though it is a bit more satisfying when you're literally trying to knock her ass off with your guns and shit, but it is a bit more resource thing when you're using it. But y'all get my point though, and it is a bit more satisfying as an actual fight when you're doing that. But the thing is, just by the time you find out about her story, you're like, man, I really need to put this girl down, man. When you're actually doing the boss fight, that you know your final encounter with her and everything, just, that is why I picked Lisa as my favorite boss in the game, because of her story, and like also of her just being pretty terrifying. Like, she's this fucking monstrosity that just won't die. She literally regenerates. And hell, in the Umbrella Chronicles, when in the mansion incident, there are 2 extra chapters for Wesker in that where it takes place like right in the middle of the end of the game, and you fight Lisa, especially in the second chapter. She follows him and tries to kill him, and you're just like, oh my god. So yeah, given the fact that this enemy has regeneration, that kind of adds to the tension of trying to, like, but then again, she is easily evaded on the times you encounter her, but still, like, as an actual trying to, like, to fight her, like, you can't kill her. That's the, and like I said, once you do have to fight and take her down, it's like, well, come on. You're trying to knock her ass off that damn platform, and it's just not happening, sucker. Because again, like, she takes so much damage, and even the fact that she regenerates, like, trying to knock her ass off is, again, a bit more challenging, but still, just, it's just better to just put this poor girl out of her misery, for real. Anyway, though, I hope you guys enjoyed my little boss ranking for the Resident Evil Remake bosses. If y'all want me to do any more of these, and if y'all do, it's just a little thing I just want to test out. But if y'all really like this type of stuff, see like what I can see, which bosses I would like, which game do y'all think I should work on that next? Because I'm currently playing the Devil May Cry games, and holy fuck, man, just Devil May Cry 3. The prequel, holy shit. You also want me to take on, like, let's say the the Dark Souls bosses, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, maybe the other Souls-like games, say Sekiro when I do get it, or any other games out there like Spider-Man, like the new Spider-Man game that came out, or fucking whatever, just any game, you know what I mean? Just let me know in the comments. Maybe Persona 5, because y'all know I love all about that Persona. Again, let me know down in the comments, or also, you know, or maybe another Resident Evil game. Like, again, let me know in the comments down below, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, it's a little bit of a video I just really want to do, because again, I really love Democracy's videos. I really do love his videos. It's just, I just wanted to experiment this, because why the hell not? And I do really want to do this type of thing, but what do you guys think? And like I said, which other games y'all think I should probably, you know, do a boss ranking? Which bosses I like from least to I fucking love, and give off my reasons on why I think they are good bosses, and why some of these are worse bosses, why these are in the middle of the pack, and all that stuff. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. It's my very first time doing this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video if y'all enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. Comment what y'all think. If any of y'all are new to the channel, if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe for more. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Survivor out. And again, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Because again, I love Democracy's content to the point where I really want to do some of these myself. Like, just bosses that I liked from least to best. Just my own opinion on this shit. Just being real with y'all.